CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we've got a banger for you. We were able to get to Diamond. First ever time getting to Diamond on day one, which is really cool. But we're going to go over everything you guys need to know, whether you're in rank 16 or a little bit lower, or if you're in around 20, 21. Because it's a little bit different, and it's going to depend on your tech. But there is hope. So if you got off to a bad start, don't worry. This season is going to be kind of good for you guys to catch up. So if you haven't already, I appreciate it if you throw in that code CHICKEN into the shop. It does expire every 7 days. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for anyone that is a channel member, you are going to get entered automatically into our giveaway. Probably sometime over the weekend is when I'll hold that. So you guys haven't seen that before. I posted videos back in the channel. It's like a spin the wheel raffle thing, and you win something really cool from Supercell, like a Boom Beach t-shirt or like a boom box, stuff I got on the shelf behind me, plushies, figurines of Zukas, and cool stuff. So, and the way it works is whatever level you subscribe to at for the membership, you get, so if you subscribe level 1, you get 1 entry, level 2, 2 entries, 3 entries, and that's how we do it. So, this was the base, guys. This was the base. This base absolutely crushed it today. And I mean literally crushed it, because not a lot of people were able to finish this one. So if you want to give that a copy, if you've got similar tech, then absolutely go ahead and do that right now. So right now we got 29 keys. We still have a lot of upgrade tokens. But let's go over the tech tree next, and this might take a minute. So starting off this season, it was all about defense. Why? Because there's no troop health. There's troop health not until after 70 hours. So the exact path that I took was to get to heavy choppers immediately. That was stop number 1, priority number 1, because if you don't have heavy choppers, you're using heavies and you're not going to get very far. So if you can follow that same path, I would do that. If you can't, if you're too far back, stick with the heavies. Get Kavan when the opportunity comes up. Max out your rifleman, which I'm actually going to do right now, just before I forget. We got the tokens for it, so why not? And because we are going to be unlocking... Well, actually, I do have Kavan unlocked right now. I'm probably not going to be using him just yet. But we can probably go ahead and max him out as well, actually. And then we're, of course, 1 key shy of getting the rocket launcher node. But let's back it up here. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, if you have to, just go, we have to have brick. Just go brick, heavy rush, get 1 engine, get in and get out, if you're able to just do that to survive. If not, I'd get to bombardiers as quickly as you can. That's going to allow you to catch up, or it's going to allow you to clear bases and grab get your chests at least. So the thing with this season is there are massive amounts of keys and tokens. Look at the tokens. That doesn't even fit on the screen, the chest contents. That's really funny, actually. It goes 1 million and the 0 carries down. But yeah, there's lots of keys and lots of tokens. So if you didn't get off to the hottest start, it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously it's an advantage. Obviously, that's what you want to do. But I'm just saying, don't lose total hope, because what is going to be easy this season is to max out the tech tree. I think everyone will be able to max out the tree as long as you get to like rank 18 or 19, and then get all your chests, because I just got to 21 and there's still, 6 days left. And I'm almost done the tree, at least the effective tech side of it. Not obviously everything, but yeah, there's not that much left to go. So I think in 3 or 4 or 5 days, most people will probably be able to finish the tech tree, at least in terms of stuff that they're actually going to be using, and that's helpful. Maybe you're not going to have artillery barrage if you're not using it, for example. But all the other good stuff you should be able to get. So if you didn't get off to the hottest start, then don't worry, because you're going to have your chance at even tech later on during the season. So there's that to look forward to. Now, in terms of what I did, so I think what we want to do next is we want to get the rocket launcher multi-node, because I think that's going to help a lot. A lot of people are still using rocket choppers, so the extra 2 rockets should help with that. Also, we wanted to get Kavan. I mean, we're going to switch over to using bombardiers probably soon. Maybe the next chest even. I don't know. 55 plus 29, 30, and 36. That's too much math for me, but within the next chest or so, we'll be right there. So, yeah, aside from that, get the heavy choppers. Get the heavies maxed out. That's going to be huge. And then we can start to look at the attack next. Now, I think 70R is going to be a trap until you have everything. And definitely get, some of these good prototypes behind it too. Because if we look at... Let's take a look at the globals here. Stoneheart. He's at 6 ERs. So these guys probably could have gone 7. Especially if they're in Legendary. But we don't see any 7ER bases. Right? 3, 6. They're all 3, 6. They're all doing the spread base. And typically when you run into a base like those ones, it means they're using Seekers. But you can see this guy's ranked 25. And he doesn't even have all the building damage. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So if we keep scrolling here, let's just pick somebody random in 24. What are they running? So this is similar to kind of to what I've got here, which is interesting. So, yeah. So we had a great start, and let's go over the attacks next because the attacks were very, very tricky. So, as you can see, not the easiest push. It was definitely a lot of back and forth, up and down. Let's see if we can find some good ones here. But you see most guys completely fizzled. Sometimes I fizzled. That one was nice to get a little bit of luck for once. That one was also nice. So, I don't know. Let's show this one. This one was pretty even Steven, I think. So here's the base I'm going against. And this guy had 2, 4, 5. This guy actually did have the 6 rockets. So a little bit more tech. 2 Doom Cannons. Stats all even across the board, except he didn't have 2 troop damages, which is probably what saved me. But yeah. So here's the attack. Now, what you want to do is, if you're using rocket choppers and heavy choppers, what I found to be best was 4 heavy choppers, 4 rocket choppers. But you do have to do a little bit of scouting, which is not really in my nature. But you want to look at Doom Cannons and Boom Cannons. That's really it for this strategy. Is the more Boom Cannons and Doom Cannons you can shock all in one go, great. If you can get more defenses with that, then obviously that's going to be the way to go. So this Doom Cannon, this Boom Cannon, this little cluster here, that's going to be 1 shock. And then however I figured it out over here, probably... Boom Cannon, Doom Cannon, and the other Boom Cannon, that's going to be another shock. So I'll slow the beginning down just because it is kind of a lot going on at the beginning. So you see how I don't spread them out very much? You do have to delay them just slightly because you don't want your rocket choppers getting in front of your heavy choppers and like eating a Doom Cannon and dying right off the start. Basically, if any rocket choppers go down super early, the attack's kind of wasted because you're just simply not going to do enough damage. So you see right there, that's pretty well exactly what we said, right? Although I kind of missed that one. So we got the 3 Boom Cannons and the Doom Cannon. Over here, we got the Doom Cannon, Boom Cannon, and a Cannon. And, that was okay for the start. Now you see we've got, I don't know how Spark ended up getting shocked there. That was kind of stupid. But I went with Critters on this side. And at this point, I was totally out of GB. And we might have one more shock coming up in a little bit, but I think that was it. So the GB is very scarce. And it's very, you got to be very selective. Now, I opted to use those Critters there because at the beginning, it's very important to get the damage off of the heavy choppers because you want them dropping heavies. You want them dropping heavies so then they can take some damage from some of the single target stuff. If not, the heavy choppers are not going to last very long. So you see, once we get through there, we're just doing the same things. I opted for that side because it had 2 Boom Cannons, the Doom Cannon, and the Shock Launcher, which was kind of messing up Everspark, versus the other side, which I also need to shock, but it was a little bit better covered. So typically what happens on these hits, what I'll try to do, is just free clear at first, because you got to get all that stuff down, then the reflare. The reflare is important, and obviously it's only going to work depending on how much you're able to clear, but that's what can get you the next engines. That's what can get you... Because, I mean, if we just let them go out there, they're going to, go a little bit farther, and everyone's going to fizzle. But this can get us an extra 1, and sometimes an extra 2 ERs. And I found if we were clearing 4 engines on these 6 ER bases, that, we were in fairly good shape. So, I think at here, I go to flare. Yep. So you can see there's still a lot of stuff shooting at us and in the way. And then at this point, we're just going for that chip to go with the dip. At 245, and then we take down the Doom Cannon, and now we're just kind of spreading around the base, just kind of messing around and just trying to get extra percentage, because you do need that percentage if you're not going to be finishing the base. Whatever you can do to take down an extra building, or just allow them to shoot for a little bit longer, is definitely worth doing. So that was the last attack. We'll take a look at what he did. So he went with a similar kind of strategy. He used critters at the very beginning, which was kind of interesting. And he went with a delayed heavy chopper. He lost a heavy chopper instantly. And keep in mind, this guy does not have 100% troop damage. He had 50% troop damage. So very difficult for him, it seemed like, to get off the landing ramp. And it's taking a lot more time than it normally would if you don't have the TD. So, yeah. So a very similar attack. Everyone's kind of doing the same thing right now. We'll see if he flares down or anything. I mean, he's in reasonably good shape here. But the way this base is made, like, they're going to get those two pretty easily, but then they should have struggled to get all of them. And then we've got that one back there just in case they do try to critter it or, I don't know, delay drop something or do something weird. So yeah. Yeah, this is where the TD makes a big difference. And most people had the troop damage, so I'm not sure why this guy didn't. What he got instead. I guess he went with the critters instead. Because I didn't have critters until I made diamonds, so... or wait, that's not true, because I saw them in this attack. Anyways, that's the idea. So there's the base, there's the tech, there's the attack. I hope that helps you guys out, gives you some ideas, whether you're a little bit behind or ahead or whatever. Let me know in the comments where you're at. Are you enjoying the season? These seasons, I will say, they can be very, very punishing if you don't get off to a good start, which can be annoying. Like, say, for example, what I said earlier in the video still remains true, but say, for example, you don't get off to a super hot start. It's almost impossible to win for that day until you can catch up and get some more tech. But like I said, once you get to even tech, then everyone's going to have even tech. Like, if I'm still playing, on Sunday, everything will be equal, right? So, I think that makes sense. Maybe I worded that wrong. I don't know. You guys let me know down below in the comments. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching. We will catch you in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Crank, crank.